Westbury. John's devotion to giving back to the community has earned him numerous awards and recognitions, most notably the Caritas Award for Community Service from Catholic Charities, which he received jointly with his lovely wife, Loretta. It is a pleasure to present the Senator Norman J. Levy Humanitarian Award to John Cameron, ladies and gentlemen. John? Congratulations, John. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Go ahead.
Get a picture, Joe. Joe?
Yeah, just hold it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Thank you, Chairman Mondello, and congratulations on such a successful event. It's amazing what a sweeping victory will do. I'd also like to thank the rest of the committee for this esteemed recognition. I'd also like to thank the staff of Republican headquarters for all their hard work in putting this night together. It really is an impressive night. I am deeply honored with receiving the Norman J. Levy Humanitarian Award. This award actually has special significance to me. You see, I grew up around the block in Long Beach from Joy Saslow, who later became Joy Levy, Norman's wife. I was boyhood friends with Joy's brother, Jerry. I congratulate my fellow honorees, Steve Eisman and Jim Castellane. I'd like to pay special tribute to our honored elected officials, County Executive Ed Mangano, Presiding Officer Peter Schmidt, and County Controller George Maragos. As we are all aware, these are challenging economic times. Challenging for our nation, our state, and our island. The challenges we face call for difficult decisions which to varying degrees will affect us all. It is in times such as these that our mettle and our resolve will be significantly tested. The natural defense mechanism in uncertain economic times is to withdraw and become preoccupied with financial self-preservation. It is also in times such as these that the needs of the less fortunate become even more critical. If we take the broader perspective that we are all God's children, it is necessary that we all look collectively toward the common good. Many of us believe that it is not government's role to solve all of society's problems, but rather that those who are able take personal responsibility for their lives and their actions, and those who are unable are offered a hand up by charitable organizations and also by government itself. As government programs will of necessity be cut if our governments are to remain financially solvent, the pressure will intensify on charitable organizations to fill that void. It is critical that those of us who are able, through our gifts of time, talent, and financial resources, ensure that those deserving organizations are enabled to continue to do God's work. Personally, I was raised by loving, faith-filled parents, an immigrant father whose life example serves as my constant inspiration to be a better person, and an ever-loving and caring mother who both taught me and my siblings the virtue of charity, even though we had very little of material value to share. As I have grown throughout the years, I've come to realize that all of us have been blessed with different gifts that are truly meant to be shared. From that strong family upbringing, I've continued to be a very blessed person, much more blessed than I deserve. I am blessed with a beautiful, loving family, shared with my partner of 37 years, my wife Loretta, or as my friends affectionately refer to her as Saint Loretta. I am blessed with many friends, many of whom are with me here tonight, who have made my life so rich in personal relationships by allowing me to share in their joys, their sorrows, and their life's experiences. I am blessed with a rewarding profession that allows me to be constantly challenged, yet also fulfilled with the opportunities to tackle technical and socio-political problems and develop solutions which can not only advance the state of the art, but also improve the human condition. I am blessed with business partners, associates, and staffs who share a common vision and purpose in making this island and this world a better place for our children to inherit. I am blessed with clients, many of whom are also here tonight, who continue to believe in my company's work ethic, performance, and commitment to excellence, thus enabling us to grow in our service and achieve our collective mission. But most importantly, I am blessed with a deep and abiding faith in Almighty and all-loving God, and the knowledge that without His divine and grace and providence, I would have nothing and I would be nothing. On behalf of all those who continuously give of themselves selflessly, never to be honored at a gathering such as this, I humbly and gratefully accept this award. Again, thank you, Joe. Thank you all, and may God bless you all.
Thank you so much. John Cameron, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for him. A great man, great humanitarian, John Cameron. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about finished with the program, but I'd like you to give me your attention for a moment, please. Because before I bring up the final speaker, he may not even be here, so we may not have a final speaker, which I'm sure all of you will burst out in tears. I want to update you on the latest project that our Republican National Committeeman Lawrence Kadish is working on. As many of you know, Lawrence, along with Dave Bossie from Citizens United, was the co-producer of Hillary the movie, the now famous expose of former First Lady Hillary Clinton and the left wing who which tried so desperately to suppress the film. That case went all the way to the United States Supreme Court. And much to the chagrin of President Obama and the liberal media, the court came down firmly on the side of protecting free speech in this country. This was the case that President Obama, in an unprecedented affront to the independence of the judiciary, chastised the Supreme Court about during this year's State of the Union address. Now, Lawrence is working on a new movie project. His latest effort to expose the cultural breakdown of the 60s generation and to protect our country from radical socialism, financial collapse, and bankruptcy is called Generation Zero. This film clearly shows how Obama administration policies are leading our nation off the financial cliff, creating a debt for our children and grandchildren that can never be repaid, and while forcing a crushing tax burden on workers and entrepreneurs that will permanently lower the standard of living of every American. This must-see film has been featured at CPAC rallies and was just recently the subject of a special one-hour Sean Hannity program. It will change everything you thought you knew about Wall Street and Washington. Generation Zero will be premiering in 2 weeks, and once I have copies of the DVD, I will make them available to anyone here who is interested in having one. But until then, I thought you all might like to see a preview of what I'm sure will be one of the most talked about films of the 2010 campaign. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'll give me your attention, the TV screens on my right and left and in the back of the rooms, please, if you'll pay attention to those, you'll see a clip.
It was one of the darkest days in this country.
Listen, everything will be fine because guess what? We have a risk management system.
All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to people like Lawrence Kadish and all of you here tonight, there's still a chance to save this country, because this November we're going to derail the Obama-Pelosi-Reid economic agenda by defeating every Democrat that has been consistently voting to bankrupt this country. We have a dedicated group of candidates who are vying for the Republican nomination for Congress this year. I want you to meet them and take a good, hard look at just a few of the people among the hundreds from all around this country who are looking to save our country from economic ruin. In the 4th Congressional District alone, we have people like